Okay, pick a category. Well, what do we have here? It ain't a Chevy citation. $2,000 for a correct answer. All right, listen up. I'm gonna...
I couldn't stop this guy. He said it was an emergency.
Officer, can I help you?
Yeah, are you Mr. Cookie?
Yeah, I'm Cookie.
Mr. Cookie, I'm Officer Bruce Carter.
Oh, well, what can I do for you?
Mr. Cookie, I need to talk to you outside.
Oh, you know what? Why don't we do this? Okay, we've got Officer Bruce Carter of the Chicago Police Department here with us. Officer, what questions do you have for me?
Well, I don't really have a question. What I got is an illegally parked motor vehicle blocking an emergency exit from this facility.
Well, you should know better than to park it illegally, man.
I ran a check on the car, Mr. Smart Guy, and it comes up belonging to you.
All right, well, why don't you give us a rundown on what the car looks like? We'll see if a player can figure out if it's my car or not.
It's a compact car manufactured by the American Motor Company, and it has an excessive amount of glass forming a type of bubble which encases the seating area.
That's great, officer, but with this game you gotta give the question some sort of a twist.
I wasn't finished. Considering Cookie's character, which of the following phrases would he most be inclined to use while driving the aforementioned vehicle? I must tangle my jumper cables? Pacer, I just met her. I just placed a parking violation on an AMC Pacer, one of them cars with the funny bubble windows.
All right, I guess that's mine.
The one with the Babes on Board bumper sticker?
Yes, that was a gift. Could I just pay you for the ticket?
Not a chance, wise guy.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Let's move on. Category, please. Pucker up for Tarzan's preferred long-distance service. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. If Tarzan heard the same thing through the grapevine that Marvin Gaye finds out and I heard it through the grapevine, what would he be discovering? Edgar Rice Burroughs is at... Go get it! Huh? Let's take a look at the right answer. And I heard it through the grapevine. Marvin Gaye sings, I heard it through the grapevine, not much longer would you be mine. You know, I never expected Tarzan to get so hung up on monogamy. I always thought he was a swinger. Okay, I need a category. For your enjoyment, I hope they show Independence Day, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Heads up, here it comes. If the Independent Film Channel only aired in states which have been independent republics at some point in their history, who would not be able to enjoy off-the-beaten-path art flicks? The good people of California. Take it!
That's not it.
See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. California has never been an independent nation. Besides, I understand that making or watching independent films in California is a felony. All right, hit me. Now serving. Don't know much symbiology. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Let's rock. If the Bionic Man and Bionic Woman enjoyed a symbiotic relationship, what would you probably see them do? He'd use her ear, she'd use his eye, they'd communicate via biopsychic vibes, they'd become one $12 million organism. Go for it!
L is for loser.
For the curious, here's the right answer. When two organisms live in symbiosis, it means that each of their existences benefits the other. Although for $6 million, don't you think they could throw in the extra eye and ear? Or is Oscar Goldman really that much of a skinflint? I need a category. You don't wanna blow it on number 5. This little number's known as giving the presidential family tree a trim. This one can net you $1,000. You know, Hillary Rodham Clinton is pretty liberal, but it was really Eleanor Roosevelt who paved the way for forward-thinking first ladies. If in order to demonstrate her liberal mindset, Eleanor Roosevelt had refused to give up her maiden name, how would the nation have referred to the former first lady? Eleanor Rigby, So you're saying her maiden name was Eleanor? Right, and she called her first kid Cult Jam. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt were actually fourth cousins and shared the same last name even before they were married. Yeah, I heard some of their kids turned out kind of two-faced. Okay, I need a... The category? Oh, what a relief is it? $3,000 for this one. Ready? Say you're a stonecutter. Did you say it? Okay. If you're carving a sculptural image that is slightly projected from the surface on... Bas relief is a type of sculpture that's different than high relief in that the image is only slightly raised from the surface. Actually, this is my definition of bas relief. Category...
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
Open wide and get ready for something fishy in Wanda. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. Say Hollywood decides to make an all-cartoon version of a fish called Wanda. Considering their common speech impediment, who would replace Michael? Both Porky and Ken from A Fish Called Wanda have pronounced stutters. But that's where the similarity ends. Michael Palin wears pants. All right, hit me. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is Kung Fungi. Okay, I'm gonna list off 7. So you already know how to play. Okay, let's put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's dance. Shiitake, mushroom, maitake, aikido, wushu, inoki, hapkido. This is it, Makas. That's all she wrote. 6 right. Not quite perfect, but you can't get any closer. Let's throw it into your score. Good job on that. Keep it up. I need a category.
Reinovi is number 9.
May I introduce 12 inches of wax? How does $2,000 sound? Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Say record producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis got a hold of the first sound recording and mixed it into something the kids will go crazy for. What would be the name of this new dance track? Declaration of Disco Independence, Mary Had a Little Lamb Cylinder Mix, Baby Got Bach, or Watson, I Need You, Radio Edit? Gosh darn it, I was really rooting for you. Bet you wish you'd pick this. The first sound recording was Thomas Edison reciting Mary Had a Little Lamb. But in the remix, when the little lamb follows her to school, Mary asks what it's done for her lately. Okay, pick a category. Oh yes, it's time for your fantasies to be realized. You're joining a 3-way. Okay, listen up. This is pretty simple. Geez, I guess somebody's not nervous about this. Well then, let's see what we've got waiting for us under the sheets. Let's just say this one's known as, well, I'll be a duck's uncle. And for this one, we've got 3 little ducks. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Time to bust a move. Good luck.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Okay, must stop. Can't take it anymore. Looks like we've reached our climax. Now let's see how you scored. Don't tell me, you've just had a lot on your mind lately. Let's see if we can at least get a rise out of your overall score. So, is it as good for you as it was for me? Probably better. Okay, let's get on with the game. Okay, either you finished round 1 or you have another round to go. You know, depending on how you look at these things. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much. Okay, I need a category. And I believe this one's called I Love Lucy and a few nameless others. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Get ready, get set, and dream with me this episode of I Love Lucy. One day, Ricky comes home from the Ricky Ricardo Babalu Club and introduces Lucy to his sleeping partner. Go for it. A sleeping partner is sort of like a silent partner in a business. They're not involved in its regular operation. And if Lucy were my wife, my sleeping partners would be a good set of earplugs. Category, please. This category is known as a complete breakfast of juice, teats, and milk. Hello, we're talking $6 grand, so pay attention. Hey, you know how a lot of cereals change the color of your milk that's left at the bottom of the bowl? If you used Yak's milk in your cereal, which cereal would not change? Yak's milk is pink, much like the color of Frankenberries. Well, this explains why it's called Yak's milk. All right, hit me.
Swing your partner 1 and 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
And this one is bad women's hairdos and the states that love them. How does $4,000 grab you? Think fast. Which of these is an actual official state nickname? Utah, the Beehive State. I guess they thought Land of 10,000 Bouffants would be pushing it. Okay, pick a category. Shake hands with Why Mona Lisa's Smiling. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. I don't believe there is a soul among us who would disagree that Michelangelo's inspiring sculpture of David is one of the greatest works of art in history. It is a powerful conception of human beauty and spirituality. Considering the actual size of the sculpture, approximately how big is David's penis? About the Michelangelo's David is 18 feet tall, which would make his penis about the size of my forearm. Isn't that funny? That's how I measure my penis. I need a category.
15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia.
Okay, give it up for the slaughter of 80s pop. Think you can handle $6,001 bills? A gaggle of geese, a school of fish, a flock of seagulls? Oh my god, a lawless pack of animals has slaughtered the 80s band, a flock of seagulls. Detectives are rounding up animals with suspicious-sounding group names because it's...
Hey, Vinny, hop over Dundee's and tell him he don't pay me soon. He's living in a land 6 feet down under.
The correct answer is... There's no such thing as a kill of bears. A group of bears is called a sleuth.
Elementary, Watson. They just couldn't run so far away after all.
Category, please. Uh-oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's time for Cribbage Crash Fun.
Your gibberish category for today is... Writing TV thrillers isn't so easy. The opening value for this gibberish question is going to be $10K. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this, but every second and a half, I'm taking away some money. Okay, pay attention and tell me, what bit of wisdom does this rhyme with? Let's see what you think. Start typing, then... A watched pot never boils. I'd like to take this time to let everyone know my own corollary proverb to this. A touched pot hurts like a bitch. All right, hit me.
Number 17.
Say hello to, there's no gun like Shogun. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. Suppose you're a Japanese samurai wishing to avoid dishonor by committing an act of ritual suicide. Harakiri. Tomato, tomato, either way you're gutting yourself. Okay. The selection is Goodbye City Life, $2,000 for a correct answer. Let's see how you handle this one. While on your way to visit the folks from Green Acres and Hooterville, you take a wrong turn at Mr. Drucker's and end up in a Hooverville. Hoover Dam? Damn. In case you're wondering, Hooverville refers to Depression-era tent cities built by the poor and homeless, so named because Herbert Hoover was president then. But you know, if the folks in Hooterville made living in a barn seem charming, maybe the folks in Hooverville can do the same for cardboard boxes. Okay, I need a category. Step right up for question 19. Coming at you. Go down, Enos. Better wake up. There's $6,000 at stake. Boy, I tell you, those Dukes of Hazzard are always getting into trouble, aren't they? Picture this. While cruising the backwoods, the Dukes wind up in the fictional county frequently mentioned in the works of William Faulkner. If they decided to settle there, what would they become? The Dukes of Gitchigumi? The Dukes of Yoknapatawpha? Many of William Faulkner's novels were set in a fictional Mississippi county called Yoknapatawpha. The Duke boys a la Faulkner. Never meaning no harm, but ruminating an awful lot about death. I need a category.
Question number 20.
This one likes to go by a tower with no windows, 95. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Okay, everyone knows that Bill Gates' huge house in Washington is like a modern-day castle, right? If hundreds of disgruntled Microsoft employees decided to storm Bill Gates' house as if it were, take it! A trebuchet was a large catapult. Invaders used it to throw dead animals and spread disease in the besieged city.
Boy, it's a good thing I had that Star Wars laser defense system installed.
All right, hit me. Time for the attack. Alright, fine. You want to get to the attack? Consider it done. You may need this clue. Color my world. I'm gonna rock your world in a second here. Good luck. Congratulations, my friend. You made it through an entire game by yourself and you came out on top. Not many people can say that, but I know plenty of people who can say, "You don't know." Very nice work.